my name is Abisola. On today's class, I'm going to teach you on how to cut a sleeveless shirt. So if you are new to our channel, kindly like and subscribe. And to our subscriber, thank you very much for watching our videos. This is the measurement I'm going to use for my cuttings. Then I'll start with the wideness of my measurement, so which means I'll start with the hip wideness. So my hips is 11, so 11 inches. Then I'm going to make use of 11 inches with the wideness of my hip, and I add 1 inches to it for the cutting, so that's what I'm going to make use of, 12 inches. Then so this for the back and this for the front. We are cutting for shirts, so this side will be used for the. Then I'm going to measure 3 inches for the bottom side, so I'm going to mark it. That is the 3 inches I'm going to use for the bottom side. Then you can see this for my back, so I have to turn it, so the center at the back I have to start from the place where the button starts, so I'm going to place it very well. So I'm trying to adjust all the brown paper that I'm using for the cutting of my shirt. You can see I'm trying to check if they align very well, so I have to check very well. So I have to place everything out. Then I'll start with the back measurement. My back is 14, that is 14 divided by 2, that is 7 inches. So I'm going to chalk my 7 inches. I'm using my pencil, so I will each side. Then after that I'll go for the armpit. So I'm making use of 8 inches for my armpit. So on my armpit line, I'm going to take my bust measurement. My bust is 34 divided by 4 plus 2. So I'm making use of 10 inches for my armpit. You can see this is where my 10. Then I have to go for the half length. I'm making use of 14 inches for my half length to know where to place my waist measurement. Then my waist is 28, that is 28 divided by 4 plus 2, that is 9. You can see that's for my 9 inches. Then I'll measure for my blouse length. So I'm making use of 24 for my blouse for the measurement. That will be 25 for my blouse length for the sewing allowance. So I'm making use of 25 now. You can see I'm going to draw a straight line, so that I'll be able to connect all those lines together. So I'm going to be able to cut out the excess from the paper I'm using. So my hips is 30 divided by 4 plus, that is 11 inches. So I've already chalked for the 11 inches. I'll make a sign with my pencil. Then I'm trying to connect the lines together. You can see I'm connecting my lines starting from waist. Then I'll go for the bust also. I'll connect the lines together. Then I'll go to my armpit line also from my back, from where my back stops down to my armpit line. So I'll make a connection also. And from the side, from the bust, I'm going to connect the waist. From the waist, I'll connect to the length of my shirt. Then as per this side of the waist is somehow I'll be a sharp angle, so I'm going to curve my hands so I don't want that sharp edge. Then after that I will come to my armpit. Because it's a sleeveless shirt, so I'm going to reduce my armpit. So now I'm making use of 7 inches for my armpit due to the fact that it's a sleeveless shirt. So I'm going to rechalk for the bust. So you can see my bust have come up by 10 inches. Then I'm going to reduce my armpit and make another line, so that to show a line of a new bust line. So that side I'm going to erase it with, so that it will not confuse me if I want to cut. So I will start. You can see now these are, I'm going to cover my hand for the armpits. You can see now, try to cover very well so that my hand can be covered while cutting out for the armpit. So I'm going to cut out. So I'll be cutting out now with my scissors. You can see. Then I'm done cutting. So after I cut it, this is how it is going to look like. You can see these are the side is going to come out after the cutting. I'll go for the neck now. I want to cut out for the neck now. So I'm going to fold the bottom side in, so it will be easier for me cutting. So you can see for my wideness, I'm making use of 3 inches for the wideness of my neck. Then for the deepness of my back, I want to make use of 1 inch because I'm cutting for shirts. So I don't want the shirt, the back of the neck to be too deep because I'm cutting shade, so I don't want it to be too big, so that's why I'm connecting now. You see, I have to connect, so I'm making use of right, so I have to curve my hands. I have to make it coffee, then going to cut out. So I'm done cutting. These are the back is going to look like. So that's for the back. Oh yeah, so this is for my front. So you can see now I want to go for the deepness of my front neck. So I'm going to place my table to measure from this angle. So I'm making it of 3 inches for the deepness of my neck also. So I'm going to draw a line so that I'll be able to follow the line if I want to cut out my neck and cross. So I have to cut it out like that. You can see I'm still making use of round neck for the cutting. So I'm done cutting out the neck for both the front and the back. So I'm making knots for the bottom side. At the down part also, I'm going to make a knot that I'll be able to identify my bottom side. Then after I'm done knotting, you can see, so these are is going to look like. And remember, so this is for the armpit line and that's for the back. So remember I said it is sleeveless, and so for me to able to achieve that sleeveless, and so I'm going to take another paper. So if you are making use of fabric, you can use a fabric. So for the wideness, you can go for wideness of 3 inches. You can see this one is not up to 3 inches, but for me I'm making use of paper. For you, since you're making use of fabric, you have to cut. So I'm going to cut out for the 3 inches. You can see I've already folded. So this is 4.5 inches, that is 9 if we unfold. So it's too wide, so I'm going to reduce because I don't want to use, I would not want my the rope at hand to be too wide. So I'm going to reduce to my own desired wideness. So I'm making use of 3 inches for the wideness of the tie that I want to use for my sleeve. So I'm making use of 3 inches. Then that's how long it's going. Then I'm going to cut it out. So I'm done cutting out. So the next thing, if we unfold, you can see if we measure that is 6 inches, but if we fold back, that is 3 inches. So that exactly how it's going to. Next is for you to just take it and place it at the side of the armpit. But before that, note this side, we have to sew it up. Then what we just have to do, you just have to come to your clothes side and place your back at the place after the button side. So but for it to be clearly explainable, I will have to spray the back and just place it there. We have to sew this aspect. Remember I said that, and this side also it have to be sewn. Then just come back and place it at their side. So this is going to look like. If you want it to be more longer like this, you can choose. If you want to cut, we're going to fold for both the front and the back, so you have to cut this paper in 4 places. That one will be for front, one will be for back, and the other side also will be for one, the other side also be for back. We just place it, so that's how it's going to look like. So for it to be more explainable, I'm going to place it on one another so that you can be able to understand very well what I'm trying to explain to you. So this is going to look like, but mind you, you can see how it's going to be. So one side will not be greater than the other side. Use your tape rule to divide the armpit into 2 equal parts. So from that curve, you can see half inches is for the sewing along, then the remaining 5 just divide into 2, so we have half, 2 and a half. So we are going to knot that side, we are going to make it sign. Yeah, so it's something I can just take the other side also and make that sign, so that it will not be more than each other. Then at this also you can fold again to get for the side, so that you're able to, it will not be able that one side will be more than the other side. You can just place it like that. You can see, so one side with the same thing, so this one will have on this side, then the other will have the other side. So it's not going to be as if one side have more greater length than the other side. So that how it's going to look like. So you can just decide to put like, remember that it's not going to be folded like this, but I'm just trying to explain. So you can decide to cut into 2, because me, I'm just leaving an illustration. But if you want yours to be longer than that, you can make it longer than that also. So you can see I've already cut my into 2, so just place it at the side that you're not, just place it at the center. So that's how it's going to look like. Then the other will come down to the other side of the armpit also. So you can see that's why, so you can decide to make a tie from it, so as if you are going to tie a belt, you know how it's going to look like. So it's really as if you tie a belt to the body. So that's that for the sleeve. Then when it comes to the shoulder, just join the shoulder like this. Then after joining the shoulder, what's left, you are going to measure it so that you're able to get the accurate turning for the neck. Just have to measure it. When you can see, I get a 12 inches measurement after the measurement of my own. So what I will just do is I'll just take another paper. If you are using fabric, you can just take another fabric of yours, or you can see, just have to measure for the measurements you get from your neck. For my, I got 12, so that is the 12 that I'm going to measure now. So I'm measuring 12 accurately, so it has to be 12. So that's for the 12 here. So after get for the wideness, so this is 2.5 for my wideness. But yeah, so I'm good to go with that place. Also, you just fold into 2. So if you are using clothes, you can use 3 inches widening, since it's going to be folded in half in one places and half in another places. So it's going to remain 2 inches. So what you just do, have to fold and get for the center that I want to use for the turning of the neck. So you can see I will use my scissors to make a sign at the center. You can see I've already make a sign. Then I'll go to my neck, then you can see where the sign is. Then I'll go to my back neck, I also make a sign, so that I'll be able to know where to place. So I've already gotten the center of my back, so I'll just place what I want to use to turn the neck. I'll just place it there and turn it around till it reach the bottom part. Yes, you can see we've already folded the bottom part. As if we have already folded, you're going to start at the end of that place like this, so that you can be able to turn it around the inside. So you just have to turn it around till you finish it at that side of the bottom side. That's how it's going to look like. where I was able to illustrate how to cut and how to sew this sleeveless shirt. So if you have any question concerning that, you can drop your questions on the comment section, and it's a kind of free opportunities for people that want to learn fashion training. If you want free fashion training that is going on, if you want to join the online class, you can click on the link below so that you can be able to direct you on how to join the online training that is going on. Thank you very much for watching my videos. See you next class. Bye bye.